Welcome back, Death Battle. We are back. This is a death battle for Omni-Man and Bardock Invincible versus Dragon Ball Z. I know a little bit more about Bardock than I do Omni-Man. I'm going to watch the analysis. So without further ado, let's get this party started.
This battle is sponsored by Manscaped.
Fight!
Omni-Man versus Bardock, the ostracized Viltrumite and the doomed Saiyan. He's whizzing on Boomstick.
I do wonder though, has he ever gone Super Saiyan?
Death battle.
Because I do know that in Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, you do have an unlockable Super Saiyan version of Bardock.
Single day, it all went horribly wrong. Why, Omni-Man? How, Omni-Man? Who, Omni-Man? Who indeed?
So I don't know if that's just an unlockable version or if that is someone, or if he actually has Super Saiyan.
Thanks to his own son. It all starts with his home planet, Viltrum, which I hear is a totally lovely utopia through brutal mortal combat with a K. Or wait, no, that came later. Viltrumites are among the most powerful beings in the universe.
See, so his real name is Nal Han, alias is Nolan Grayson. Omni-Man, he's 2,000 plus years old, 6'2", 250 pounds, heir to Viltrumite Empire, or Emperor, likes Mark, Debbie, and writing and bugs. Okay.
Even more so after they purged the weaker members of their species. As a vanguard of the Viltrumite Empire, Omni-Man infiltrated Earth as Nolan Grayson, expected to prepare the planet for Imperial assimilation. Which should have been easy, since he's got your classic strongman superpowers, and he's basically invulnerable, easily knocking around asteroids the size of Texas. He can fly at unbelievable speeds, soaring from Earth to the planet Thraxa in under 1 week. Thraxa is, quote, a couple galaxies away, give or take, so a minimum of 2 galaxies.
Okay.
Beyond the Milky Way's neighbor Andromeda is the lesser-known Triangulum Galaxy, which is over 2.7 million light-years away. Reaching it in under 1 week means Omni-Man must have flown over 142 million times faster than light. Oh, and Viltrumites can't.
So that healing, flight, heat, and cold resistance, inhuman longevity, smart atom physiology, superhuman physique.
Significance of smashing his own son's face in. Think, Nolan, think. Yeah, this is why I'm never having kids. You're missing out. But according to another Viltrumite, Thetis, a bunch of other Viltrumites who actually were in a hurry flew to Viltrum across the Virgo.
Sorry, my dog's messing with me here.
24 hours. That's over 20 billion times faster than light. You don't really need to rush anyway. The older a Viltrumite gets, the slower they age. According to the Invincible Handbook, Nolan is over 2,000 years old. And regardless of age, Viltrumites don't suffer muscle fatigue like humans do, so they rarely ever tire out. Seriously?
Okay.
He's got parenting easy mode on, and he couldn't even handle that. I would have killed for that back when
kind of feel like
you would have to be a
Bardock's a little outmatched.
Viltrumite's body contains
unless Bardock's got shit I have no idea about. Because I'm only familiar with him with what he's able to do in like Dragon Ball Z, I believe. Which wasn't that much.
Or even more scary, ripping out your whole beard all at once.
Ow.
Only a Viltrumite could pull off something that disturbing. Nolan is incredibly tough, but if he faces superior forces, his smart atoms can adjust to make him even stronger by comparison. This is why Viltrumites are considered invincible. Most weapons in the universe can't even scratch a Viltrumite like him. Even a ship's cannon like this one can't take down a Viltrumite. And it obliterated a massive solar disk nearly half the size of a star.
Of course he did.
Planets, he's strong enough to shatter one by flying straight through it. A planet so big it has a whole ring around it. The Roche limit factor dictates the size a celestial body must be in order to disperse orbiting material as a ring. In short, an Earth-sized planet can't support such a ring. meaning this one must be much larger.
And don't get me started on how the ring is actually made up of dead bodies, because, spoilers? Just go read the comic.
If Roche isn't doing it for you, this planet also supports 5 moons in its orbit, and even the smallest is a perfect sphere, meaning its own gravity shaped it. At minimum, a moon like that must have a diameter of 600 kilometers, or 370 miles. Comparing this to the planet's diameter, we can tell this world is nearly 14 times larger than Earth.
Or it was before, you know, kablam.
Now, Omni-Man does have his weaknesses. Monsters like Ragnar's can pierce Viltrumite flesh, and he's extremely sensitive to a specific high-pitched frequency, which can destabilize his body's equilibrium.
But his real weakness turned out to be, you guessed it, fatherhood. Thanks to his son Mark, Nolan began to re-examine his perspective and his place in the universe. He settled down in a new place, got himself a new job, and even had a new kid with his new wife, who's a bug. He banged a bug.
Why? Omni-Man?
Gotcha.
Omni-Man?
Hey, everyone deals with parenting stress in their own way. When Nolan was lecturing to Mark about how insignificant people are, Mark wasn't the only one he was trying to convince, if you catch my drift.
Nolan Grayson's real mission isn't planetary conquest or saving the innocent. It's to discover if a violent man who can break the world can also be a good
Good to see you, Dad.
Godspeed, Omni-Man.
Okay.
In the far reaches of the cosmos laid a world with a people like no other.
The
born and
Saiyans.
raised to do just one thing.
Fight. And kill. And conquer.
Vegeta, ruled by,
King Vegeta.
King Vegeta.
Yeah.
Well, narcissist much. Exactly.
And guess what his kid's name is? Vegeta.
Their impending doom. But perhaps one Saiyan represented the best of them, even during their waning glory days.
Bardock. He's cool. He's crude. He's
a badass. And he's Goku's dad.
And guess what? He's father of Goku.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I never would have guessed.
What a curveball.
So what does that make Turles?
Who?
Bardock was a cold-blooded killer, ruthlessly conquering planets in service to the Saiyans' true overseer, Lord Frieza.
Who was Turles? I remember the name.
Leaving Frieza uninhabited rocks to sell away. Bardock was an asshole. Well, until he wasn't.
Bardock's story has evolved over the years, with multiple iterations to draw from.
Including one where he's a brilliant scientist. But
only one is considered officially canon. Bardock's demeanor began to shift when he met and eventually married fellow warrior Gine, and had 2 sons, Raditz
and Kakarot.
No, Bardock didn't go totally soft. He was still a ruthless warrior. You know that iconic red headband of his? It's stained with the blood of his fallen friends.
No shit.
Bardock could fly, move faster than light, and was naturally adept in using his ki as an explosive weapon.
AKA shooting lasers from his hands.
Yeah, he's awesome. So he does have Super Saiyan and the Great Ape form. Okay.
Like a ki-powered bazooka. His rebellion hammer punch ignites enemies on contact, and his rebellion spear basically turns him into a supercharged battering ram. The guy has no chill. He will run you over, break your spine, light you on fire, and then move on to the next guy. All in a day's work for a Saiyan.
Marriage didn't change that.
Cool beans.
While Bardock cared for Gine, in fact being one of the few Saiyans in his time to actually have a romantic partner, he was still no family man. Like most Saiyans, he saw his sons as nothing more than future soldiers.
Bardock was a low-class warrior, so it was unlikely his kids would grow up to be anything more than battlefield fodder.
But they would still possess the Saiyans' power, a transformation that was the key to their
the Great Ape
devastation.
Big Monkey!
So I do wonder,
a Saiyan with a tail manifests the Uzaru.
This Great Ape form increases Bardock's power tenfold, turning him into
I'll say something about it later.
While some Saiyans can maintain control over this berserker form, low-class warriors like Bardock don't receive the same level of training as those of higher birth. Prince Vegeta's control is so precise he can speak while changed, but Bardock cannot.
And it's questionable if he even remembers everything that happens when he goes full tilt gorilla. The Saiyan strategy is pretty much just monkey see, monkey smash.
Despite being low class, Bardock's power level nearly matched that of King Vegeta, who could destroy multiple planets at once. At about this time, King Vegeta's power level was around 10,000.
Yeah, we know power levels are kind of
And power levels are shit, yeah.
on what the number really means.
Outside of his fight with Gas, Bardock doesn't really show any high-end feats in canon, but we can use power levels to compare him to other characters with similar levels to better understand his potential.
Okay.
When his son fought Prince Vegeta, what's the scouter say about his power level?
It's over 9,000!
8,000. Yeah, the dub changed it to fit Vegeta's lip flaps, but we only cover the cold hard truth, damn it.
That's fair, I forgot about that.
Movie pamphlet, Goku's power level between his fight with Vegeta and his trip to Namek was 10,000. This lines up with that previous reading and puts him on par with Bardock. Goku's training during the trip eventually raised him to 90,000 upon arrival, but this gives us a clear
base Goku with the whole over 8,000 is like what Bardock could do. Similar.
Impressive considering the speed involved.
Right.
The planet Namek is outside Earth's quadrant of the universe, and it took his ship 6 days to make the journey. Traveling a quarter of the universe's diameter would put the ship over 9.5 trillion times the speed of light.
And Goku would have had to keep up with that kind of speed to do all that other stuff.
Makes sense, given far weaker characters can reach the moon in a fraction of a second.
Conquered many planets, including Kazna, the planet Serial, gain future sight, and save Goku from Frieza's information.
The planet, annihilating its people, until he found 2 survivors, a mother and her child. Some may call it weakness, others a moment of clarity. But Bardock was suddenly reminded of his wife and recently born son. He chose to spare the 2, and even pushed himself far past his limits to protect them from his own Frieza Force allies, who taunted that Frieza had dire plans for the Saiyans' future.
This moment changed Bardock, making him more appreciative of his family
and
cautious of Frieza. When all the Saiyans were called back to Planet Vegeta for mysterious reasons,
it turned out
something was up. So before
it was the destruction of his planet.
Through hundreds of soldiers before coming face to face with the tyrant, he sent his youngest kid away for protection. A choice that allowed his son to thrive. And hey, that's what good parents do.
A choice that would have a greater significance than Bardock could ever imagine.
And then Dildo Dickhead blew him all
Dildo Dickhead, yeah. Good call.
Or did he? Bardock got killed so freaking hard he got blasted back in time.
Oh.
Actually, he was pulled away by these 2 who miscalculated.
Yeah, so here's the Xenoverse game.
Blah, 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 non-canon, whatever. He survived. And when he realized what happened, he got so unbelievably pissed off, he went Super Saiyan. What?
All right, this is very much an alternate universe.
Super Saiyan Bardock looks pretty freaking cool.
Think about it. The Super Saiyan form is not achieved through training alone. It requires
pure anger,
introspection, victory, failure, love.
This is according to what I know.
Frieza destroyed the Saiyans because he feared the possibility of the Super Saiyan, a Saiyan with power that could rival his own. But perhaps Bardock's transformation was more than simply a what-if. He had begun to take the very steps his son later would to achieve the form. Perhaps if Frieza had hesitated, even for a moment, his fear would have manifested before him, right then and there.
Damn, poor one for Bardock, who figured out
he would have met the legendary Super Saiyan earlier.
The end of it all. I know Kakarot would be proud. Hey, shout out to everyone who believed
independent death battle episode,
Manscaped. Manscaped's newest masterpiece is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra in 4.
Alright, see, because what I was going to mention earlier, what I remember about the Great Ape form is it only worked like during a full moon. So what I am wondering is if they are going to have Bardock utilize everything he has, will they have him be somewhere where it's going to be a full moon so he could potentially go Great Ape? Or are they just going to have him use Super Saiyan? That said, I do sort of feel like maybe Bardock is a little outmatched. As much as I want Bardock to win, I am sort of expecting Omni-Man to win. So without further ado, there's a storm coming in. I'm going to try to get this done, so hopefully I won't lose power. Without further ado, let's get this party started.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
wow, 3D animation.
Great. Another gross bug planet.
Oh boy. Do they have a full moon? Oh, there. Hello.
This planet isn't anyone's to conquer.
Oh, so is he aware about the Super Saiyans conquering planets? Then? So we're right at it, right out of the gate then.
Just like my son, sticking his nose in places he's not right. My son will kick his ass.
Hell yeah. That is. Let me guess. Is that going to be a fight? A fight between the sons? That would be kind of cool. Probably wouldn't happen, but that'd be kind of cool. Oh, there's your ship. Hi. Oh,
Whatever you are,
dude.
you're an embarrassment.
Oh, there's the full moon. He's got a surprise up his sleeve.
The real power of a Saiyan.
Grade 8. Or the 8 form.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
You ain't seen shit yet, dude. The music's... I'm vibing to the music, man. Yeah, that... Oh, no. Oh, there goes his tail.
Shit.
Yeah. That sucked. Why don't you just put the thumb barrier? Come on, Bardock.
No. My sons. Leave me.
SSJ?
I won't let you take me from my home.
Hell yeah! Now you're fucked. Come on, dude. This is awesome.
Your time is up!
Come on, man.
You said Saiyan. Remember it.
No way. See, I had a feeling.
Fuck.
I had a feeling that would happen.
Have got to stop picking fights with guys in capes.
Hitting
Oh.
fascinating. Among the many similarities, 5 specific categories stand out.
Starting with speed. Bardock
Damn it.
is much faster, given his power level matched Goku dodging asteroids at 9.5 trillion times light speed. Much higher than the Viltrumite's fastest speed. Add on the 50 times...
But Omni-Man's stronger, right?
And it's a huge difference.
Right, Bardock clearly has the speed advantage, but strength and durability are another story.
Though it doesn't seem like it at first, Bardock scales to King Veggie, who wrecked 3 planets at once, and Omni-Man only smashed 1. But
Right.
given how big that one planet was, the numbers are actually pretty similar, until we factor in the Super Saiyan boost, right?
Well, there's a catch. A major plot point in Invincible involves the coalition of planets admitting that their weapons cannot hurt Viltrumites.
So, when their ship's cannon obliterated this gigantic solar disk, it highlighted just how tough the Viltrumites really are.
This disk completely blocked the sunlight and heat between a planet and its star. And this is no ordinary planet. Its size and density are so high that its inhabitants are as strong as Viltrumites just due to living in its natural gravity. To fully block the light to such a planet and remain in consistent orbit, the disk would need to be positioned at its L1 point, the spot that creates an uninterrupted view between sun and satellite, and the disk itself must be about half the diameter of the star in question. This means the scaling of the disk puts it at 3 septillion tons.
That's 24 zeros!
Which makes
24
Omni-Man
zeros.
over
Yeah.
11,000 times stronger than base Bardock.
There you go.
Even the Great Ape or Super Saiyan forms could make up that difference. So strength
Yep,
goes to
there you
Nolan.
go.
Still, numbers aren't everything. As far as versatility and combat goes, neither had one distinct advantage that
So they're pretty even then as far as battle ability.
Longer, but Bardock barely
Or
squeaks out the
experience.
edge here thanks to his ranged versatility with key attacks and, of course, Super Saiyan.
Okay, let's address the Super Saiyan Bardock thing. It's perfectly fair to question whether or not the form should be in this comparison at all. However, even with the form included, Nolan still takes this, especially when it comes to our last two categories, experience
Experience and stamina.
Yep, Omni-Man's been around
So yeah,
longer than
experience,
Bardock,
yeah,
over
he's older.
2,000 years, and even with Super Saiyan, Bardock's no master of the form.
And without that mastery, the form drains the user's energies at an increased rate. Which brings us to what may be Omni-Man's most surprising
Stamina.
advantage.
Those weird smart atoms.
Saiyans like Bardock can fight for days on end, but only for so long. Bardock possesses a limited pool of ki, which only depletes faster when using super forms like the Great Ape. In contrast, Omni-Man's biology prevents him from tiring in most cases, letting him travel
And he
across
hasn't
whole
mastered
galaxies
Super
for weeks
Saiyan or Great
nonstop,
Ape.
And his smart atoms adjust to counter whatever
Bardock.
physical strain he's subjected to.
Bardock's crazy speed and power made him a real challenge.
But Nolan's strength, experience, and sheer endurance presented an unstoppable and unshakable force that would inevitably land the killing blow.
When push came to shove, Omni-Man raised the bar. Doug,
Wow.
The winner
Dude.
is Omni-Man.
next time
Next
on
round.
Death Battle.
Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who we got? I don't know. Can't tell. Joker versus
Subscribe and join us
Gonarel.
Ember to see more Death Battle.
I am not familiar with either one of those. So anyway, I hope you guys liked what you see. Welcome back, Death Battle. Good to have you back. If you guys like what you see, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you.